The criminal justice system was designed to protect the innocent. It provides justice for victims as well as survivors. With 2.1 million juveniles arrested, I turned to the examination of the 2,310 juveniles who have been tried as adults and have no possibility of parole. Good evening. My name is Lisa Dole, and I am in favor of not only juveniles being tried as adults, but also juveniles having no possibility of parole. We have laws in our great nation to protect youth. How long they need to go to school, how long it can be until they are able to drive a car, how long it is until they are able to hold a job or work, when it is that they are able to legally purchase alcohol or purchase cigarettes, when it is youth can vote, when it is that youth can marry, and when they are unable to follow these laws, there are consequences. But we also need to keep in mind or reflect that how we define juveniles is not really a specific age. It is more a time of life between childhood and maturity, if you will. With there being no specific age, this time of life is equal to, let's say, a range of experiences. And what individual juveniles may experience has much to do with cultural norms or traditions, or even the level of dependencies that they draw from their individual families, albeit emotionally or economically, or even both. But that being said, we need to keep in mind that there are rare instances that we look behind or beyond those truancy infractions, like drinking underage or stealing a car, and define why we have that criminal justice system. Enter the story I want to tell you about Alyssa Bustamante. Alyssa Bustamante was a 15-year-old girl with a significant history. Alyssa had a father who was in prison and a mother who was a chronic alcoholic and many criminal charges. Alyssa was significantly involved with social media, and one of her first things that she had posted on social media was a video of her touching an electric fence. And if that wasn't profound enough, she then persuaded her two younger siblings to grab hold of the electric fence too. Now, Alyssa had been medicated and was also under the medical care of a psychiatrist. But Alyssa's preoccupation with death would not end there with just the video online of the touching of the electric fence. Alyssa went on to dig 2 graves in the woods, and at many times in her mind, she had wanted to kill her 2 younger brothers and bury them, but she went on to try to persuade, on many, many occasions, her younger neighbor to come out to the woods. And it took for quite some time for her finally to persuade her 9-year-old neighbor with a gift to come with a walk out to the woods. She then took the 9-year-old neighbor out, struck her on the back of the head, slit her throat, and threw her into one of the graves that she had pre-dug. Alyssa then returned to her home and wrote in a diary that the murder was very thrilling, and though she was anxious, that the killing that she had done felt amazing. She went on to take a bath and went to a party that night with her parents at a local church. Now, like I had said, this is one of many killings that has occurred with a youth. and she was under psychiatric care and was medicated, and Alyssa did receive life without parole. And many may intervene with, well, she should be in a psychiatric placement or whatnot that way. But I want to say that she is in a facility. But we need to think of the fact that with the evaporation of the intensive inpatient psychiatric placements and the trend towards deinstitutionalizing of psychiatric patients, the safe answer is to remove the risk of patient escape. And I do say patient escape because if we did not imprison people that committed crimes, such as Alyssa, we then would not be able to incarcerate her. So, that being said, let's not think of Alyssa. Let's think of that 9-year-old little girl who is no longer. Let's think of the 9-year-old little girl's parents whose death was a thrilling experience, whose death was amazing for Alyssa. Let's keep the safe answer to remove the risk of patient escape and incarcerate criminals. Yes, juveniles should be incarcerated for life without parole. Thank you.